Hey folks, attorney Sharif Silmi, and we are going to bust a major myth out there, and that is that one must be involved in science and technology in order to qualify for a national interest waiver. That is false. It is a myth. It is untrue. You can still qualify for national interest waiver whether or not you are involved in science and technology. Let me explain. If we look to the actual legal basis for a national interest waiver, it says, and I quote, "A national interest waiver may be demonstrated in, quote, a range of areas such as business, entrepreneurialism, science, technology, culture, health, or education," unquote. Therefore, you absolutely do not need to be involved in science and technology in order to file for a national interest waiver. So where did this myth come from? Why do people have this mindset? And it's understandable. There's a policy memorandum that has been issued by USCIS that specifies individuals who are advanced graduates in STEM-related categories. That is, one who has science, technology, engineering, or math background. They are given sort of a presumption of qualifying to be well-positioned to advance their field. Right? Now, that does not negate the ability or the merit of another who's not a STEM-related graduate. So if you're not science or technology, you're not at a lesser position than you were prior to the policy memorandum that came out about 12 months ago. That's in 2022. We are looking at a situation where anyone who is in business, entrepreneurialism, if you are, for example, in education, if you're dealing with children with special education needs, we've had very successful cases in that area. You are able to apply for a national interest waiver. In fact, I recall a very special case where we had twins, that is, two adult twins, who are identical, as far as I could tell. They both were graduates in behavioral development therapy. So that's, dealing with educating kids who had autism. So they were teachers, essentially. And they were able to demonstrate, based on their humanities performance in this teaching role, that they qualified for a national interest waiver. And then you have other folks who are in business, right? Who've done development, construction, who have, for example, are involved in marketing and corporate world, like commercialization of products, who are able to demonstrate national interest waiver. So there's absolutely no truth to the idea that only individuals who are science and technology based are eligible for the national interest waiver. Although if you have a science or technology background, whether you are in private employment, like in a technology company or, engineering firm, for example, it's certainly an advantage. And you are definitely well positioned to qualify for a national interest waiver. But again, it does not negate the merit of one who does not have a STEM background. They can still qualify for the national interest waiver, and they're no less well positioned than they were previously. So there's absolutely no truth to the idea that one must have a STEM related background in order to qualify for a national interest waiver. Those of you who, like me, were not that great in math, you qualify for a national interest waiver. Just contact us and we'll help you out.